Hi there YouTube, Extreme Trains here. So in this video we're taking a look at a really unusual item, and I say really unusual because I haven't seen it really anywhere else. I've spoken very briefly to Leokin Video about these because he's seen them too, so I think they're an Australia exclusive item, which given how Mattel normally treats Australia is in and of itself truly something wild. But it's also wild because of the timing. This is an item which I've never seen before, but it carries the original, CGI series, is that what we're calling classic CGI series now, kind of branding, and it kind of looks like it's Big World Big Adventures adjacent, but it seems to only been released this year, when we're really well into the all engines go realm. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but this item here. It's the 3D Snow Globe Thomas and Friends Sydney edition ? This is a really strange item. I picked it up from Australia Post of all places, and it was definitely something which caught my eye, and I really want to take a look at it. So what are we waiting for? Let's do it. So as I alluded to earlier, this is a strange item. We'll take a look at the box. It's definitely actually licensed, and the reason I say that is because Australia Post, where I picked this up, sometimes has some knockoff items in there, or at least unlicensed, like Transformer robot that aren't actually Transformers. But you can see we've got the Hit Entertainment logo, we've got Thomas with Brit Offroff, we've got all the copyright stuff we should have here. You can see here that it's manufactured by an Australian company, Hot Topic Australia, and you can see here we've got the barcode. Thomas, imported, blah, blah, blah. Price for $29.99. I picked this up for, I think, $12. It was 50% off, which was fantastic. So I actually bought two so I can keep one for longevity. I love these designs. These are really nice, like kind of classicified CGI style Thomas. It looks stunning. I would love some art of that. It looks really classy, actually. Very, very highly happy with that. And you can see this is what it looks like on the front. That's the bottom. That's the top. Again, more piece of great art. But otherwise, let's take a look at the snow globe inside. Okay, very interesting positioning of Percy there in the snow globe. This is the snow globe that comes out of that box, and it is interesting. So first, we'll take a look at the bottom. Again, you can see we've got the Thomas and Friends logo and the company that made it. Then you can have a look at the bulb here. There's nothing really in the bulb. It's just Thomas with a blue base, and obviously the snow and glitter. We'll come and take a look at Thomas now. I mean, the face looks okay, except that obviously it's been printed super poorly. Yeah, that's some wild printing. But interestingly, he does have the little buffers and the coupling hooks painted, as well as molding for the lamp, which is really interesting. Come around to the side, you can see that his wheels are just printed on, and so is that side detailing. Again, I don't know how they've done that. It looks kind of like the printing that they do for minis, but I don't really know. The shapes are a bit funny for the funnel and the dome almost look like they're the wrong way around. Like the shape that they've got for the funnel should be the dome shape and vice versa. And the printing quality is questionable at best, but we do have paint, and importantly, we do have the white stripe. This snow globe, a snow globe version of Thomas, has the white stripe on the top of the running board, and so many actual toys of this version of Thomas never ever had that. Fascinating, if you ask me. We've got the light painted on the back, which again is interesting touch, and come around to the other side and you can see it's very, very much the same. I know people love to know what the glitter looks like, so we'll do a little demonstration of that now. Actually, there's quite a lot in there. I found snow globes sometimes where they don't have a lot of snow in them can be kind of lame, but this one has quite a lot of snow. And it really can, you can see it really lands on Thomas, so I think that's pretty cool. What is weird is the base. So we've got this Explore Together logo, which I've never seen before on anything else. I have seen this branding on a couple of other items. There was some pencil cases, I think, and a ruler and a pencil that had this same iconography, this same graphic style that was also sitting on clearance next to this Thomas. We've got a picture of the Sydney Opera House, again with this weird kind of art scratched up style, like it's meant to be like that. And we've got here the Sydney Harbour Bridge in the background. And then we have what I think is meant to be Flinders Street Station in Melbourne, ? But I'm not 100% sure. Then there's this weird railing here. Don't know what that's supposed to be. You got some kangaroos. And then we have Thomas. Again, it's that similar art from the box, although interestingly, his buffers have been cut off for some strange reason. If we just do a little comparison, you can see his buffers have been removed, which on a first glance you don't notice, and then once you see it, you can't unsee it. But yeah, it looks pretty nice. It's just really strange, and I think it's extra strange because, in case you didn't know, it doesn't snow in Melbourne or in Sydney. It snows in very few places in Australia. Australia is a hot country for the most part, and it does not snow in a lot of places where people live in Australia. So it's an interesting choice, and I also have no idea what it's for. Like, what is this Explore the World thing? I know they did like a tie-in with the AFL at the time that Big World Big Adventures was happening, but this doesn't seem to be tied into that either. So if you know anything about why this item came into existence, I would love to know. But as a piece of unique Thomas & Friends merchandise, I am stoked that I'm able to add this to the collection. It's a pretty cool looking little display piece. It also has that cool, I think, deception feature where people see snow globes and they go, oh, where have you traveled to? And they come and look and they're like, oh, this is Thomas & Friends. Like, what? So I think it's kind of a nice way you can have a classy Thomas & Friends merchandise, if that's something that you care about. But yeah, in terms of value for money, look, for $30, that would be quite an expensive snow globe. I know snow globes are often tourist traps, but this is not really a touristy trap item. For the less than $15 that I paid for it, this is a steal. I'm very, very happy with it. I think it looks great. It's got a lot of weight to it. It's very hefty. It doesn't feel like it's, flimsy or not made properly. This glass feels quite substantial and thick, and the base is quite heavy as well. So I am pretty content with how this looks. I'm very, very happy with how it's all turned out. Yes, it's a bit funny when you look at it close up, and yes, the Thomas's face is not as perfect as it looks on the box here. But all things considered, I am quite happy with this. I think it's a pretty cool addition to my collection. But I'd love to know what you think down in the comments below. If you've seen this anywhere else in the world, maybe different versions, I would love to hear from you, because at the moment this is such a strange thing for Mattel to produce or allow to be produced only in Australia. But I'm all ears if you've got other thoughts. As always, that's all we've got time for. Thanks for watching. This is Extreme Trains.